Ladies and gentlemen, MIXOW back with our brand new video, and today guys you see we're going to use the cam, the actually face cam. I actually started with YouTube with face cam, but then I just turned it off because I wanted to focus on my English. But now that my English is getting a little bit better, so I think I can work with the face cam. But if you don't like it, let me know in the comment section down below, or even if you like it, let me know in the comment section down below. And if so, we can put it out in the next video, no problem. But today we're going to use the face cam, so yeah, that's it. Maybe you see out of my reaction how I feel about the random enchants that we're going to talk about today. And guys, I want to let you know that my eye just exploded somehow. It's so red. Like I was doing a lot of recording and I was doing a lot of live streams in the past day, and I got this light here which shines directly into my eye and just exploded like hell. But boom, and now it's red, and I'm sorry for that. It's all cool, but one thing I had, if you jump right into this video, guys, if you're going to scroll down on this video, you're gonna see a membership. It's basically something like Patreon, guys, where you can support your content creator and actually the channel. But now that I'm working with YouTube, so I was thinking, okay, just make a membership and all cool, leave it in one thing behind. But yeah, as a member, you're getting preferred for giveaways that I'm doing on my live stream. I'm doing a lot of live streams, by the way, yeah. And also you're getting an invite for Discord server where I share builds that I'm not uploading on YouTube, secret builds I would call it. Why secret builds? I don't know, it's just sounds better. It's actually just normal builds that I'm building for, I don't know, for some events, or maybe for fun, or maybe for someone that need a build and stuff like that. But the main goal of this one is you guys supporting me and you guys supporting this channel. So if you're going to do this, thank you very much, I appreciate the support. Or if you're going to plan to do stuff like this in the future, also thank you very much, guys. And if not, relax, guys. We're just here to share information, we're just here to share guides, share builds, and the most important thing is to entertain you and have some fun. Guys, I would say let's jump right into this video, but first the intro. Rest in peace. Well, the night of the Eclipse Random Enchant. I was so excited to actually talk about that. I was like recording so many stuff, and then they came the rework, which was actually perfect. The rework was fine for me. It was kinda necessary. It was necessary, of course, for this build. The night of the Eclipse, I would call it like the unloved child. Like this re got the most potential of all the res. Like imagine playing a random enchant which makes it to a class, and Night of the Eclipse, like I said, got the most potential of doing this. Like it feels so different to play. Same as the Cat, but yeah, you guys know that I love melee, so basically this build is really, it fits so to me. But unfortunately, I don't know, they screwed up the Starfall trigger, which don't make sense in any ways. Like it just don't make sense how this works. Like you don't have to press AOE damage when there is no mobs left. Like literally you have to prepare so much stuff to go to this positioning where you can start doing AOE damage. So Night of the Eclipse got a huge lack of doing AOE damage, but it's really good in doing single target DPS. When you can compare it to other good top tier classes which are performing in AOE damage and in single target DPS really good, it will not fit into the top tier classes. I would say it's something like tier 2, but Night of the Eclipse feels really good to play. So basically what Night of the Eclipse does, it will transform your Sinister Strike into Eclipse Strike and you Eviscerate into Solar Strike. Your Solar Strike leaves a dot on your enemy, which can be modified by Moonfire skills, but I don't think that's the main point here. The big part here, guys, is your Eclipse Strike, your Sinister Strike. If you press Sinister Strike, Eclipse Strike, you're going to empower your Wrath or your Starfire by 60%, and you're going to reduce your cast time by 50%. Well, and you can press it 2 times. That's make it to 120% increased damage and 100% reduce cast time on Wrath or Starfire, which makes it to an instant cast. It's perfect. It's perfect. And also, there is a talent tree on the Moonkin tree by Druid called Eclipse. If you're going with this, it will also empower your Wrath or your Starfire. Well, at the end, guys, you're going to shoot 15k Wraths and over 20k Starfire, which are possible numbers that I've made with completely undergeared toon. Like this toon got no gear at all. Well, I think the best possible gear you could think of is probably the tier 2 hunter. Well, the tier 2 hunter got int on it, it got agility on it. Those are the two primary stats you should go with. There are so many ways to actually play this build. Like there is a way you could also just play it with your primary stat when it's int, like intellect. Like only playing with the two-handed stuff, which got a lot of spell power on it, and you just going on melee range to press your Eclipse Strike, your Sinister Strike, and to just press your Wrath or you just press your Starfire to make a lot of damage. Well, those are things that are really possible to do, but in general I love to play something like a hybrid, which makes it, for me, if I go into melee range, well, I want to use melee weapons. That's all, that's it. But you could also, like I said, you could play it as an intellect hero. Like it is possible, and that's what makes this build like really nice. And like I said, it got the most potential of all. So usually I'm doing scripts before I'm revealing builds or making any guides, so I got it in a good order. But now I want to talk with you guys, especially so you guys can see how I feel about this re. And what I really don't like is the state of the AOE damage by the Night of the Eclipse re. So basically it's not there. It don't make sense any to do AOE damage with this re. The preparation until you can get to the point where you're actually doing a small amount good damage on AOE is possibly not there. It just don't work, guys. Until you get there, you have to press a lot of globals. So basically the trash are already dead and you got your buff, which like the duration is about 7 seconds or so. And yeah, you will not receive any damage there. You will not deal any damage. So spending or a build which contains any AoE damage skills is not necessary. I think you should just focus on going completely into a single target DPS thing, and this is the only way that this build can work. So basically I wouldn't say that Night of the Eclipse can work like in, I don't know, maybe in Mythic Plus, because it's really focused on single target DPS. Maybe a world boss or some raids that are okay to go with. I mean, Molten Core, which don't have a lot of trash, so, and yeah, a lot of bosses there, so this makes sense to go Molten Core with this build. But otherwise I wouldn't say it would be fit into any good raid groups or larger raid groups. Well, in single target moments there are a lot of good damage moments, which the Light of the Eclipse can do actually. But like I said, and I even don't know if this can work when we're getting further than tier 2, like tier 3 or tier 2.5 or maybe TBC. I don't know if this is going to work still in AoE phases and stuff like that, and still compared to other builds, they're going a lot more further than the Night of the Eclipse. So like I said, I think that the Night of the Eclipse is something like the unloved child, and maybe Adef is going to see this video and he knows what I mean, and maybe a lot of people already complain about it, so they're gonna change it, they're gonna rework it again. So please leave the single target DPS there. It's all cool, it's all good. The single target DPS feels great to play, it feels so great to play, but please change the damage that you're gonna do with the Starfire. It's too less, and the preparation to this point to go is too long. So scale the damage up, make the preparation to it a little bit lower, or just rework it again with the AoE Starfire trigger. So that's it. That's the only thing that you guys can do to bring this build in a higher class. And if you are planning to actually play this build, you have to take care about a lot of buffs there. Yeah, I mean, you're getting a lot of buffs and you have to press it right, because your buffs makes your rotation. So that means you should use something like weak auras maybe. And if you don't know how this works, I'm gonna show you now. So guys, if you wanna download weak auras, you just simply go into your Ascension launcher, and there's a roster which called add-ons and mods. You simply press on it and scroll a little bit down until you see weak auras. Then simply press on download and log into your game. And then when you are into your game, you just simply press weak auras, which makes /WA, okay? And then you're getting this option. So basically what we're gonna do now is, I'm gonna show you now. You see, I see my buff below my hero. Well, I don't have the time when I'm playing this build actually to watch every time and have a track next to the minimap. Well, this can be a little bit tricky. Yeah, it can work, but you're getting so many buffs, you're gonna lose the track of your actually buff. So maybe you're going to do your rotation wrong and you don't want this, okay? So that's the reason why we're gonna use today the weak auras, and I'm gonna show you how you can set up your things like that. So basically, like I said, W and A until you get the box. And there are so many options to actually make something out of weak auras, but I think there are a lot of guides. So if you are interested in knowing how to actually work with weak auras, go for it. Watch some videos on YouTube and you're good into this. I think weak auras, you need weak auras. It just makes your life in so many ways easier. So if you are planning to do some hardcore raiding and hardcore PvPing and stuff like that, weak aura can help you to be a good player actually. Okay, so let's move on. So basically I'm just going to icon. Okay, we're using today icon, and then we're going to trigger. So if there is a normal aura, like we say a aura which is also in the game, which we know, like the World of Warcraft game, but Eclipse, the Night of the Eclipse Re, isn't in the game, so basically it's just a mod. So we're using use full scan high CPU, and then we're going to press on aura names, and it's a mod. That's the reason why we're going into operator and doing is exactly. And now guys, we have to go to the dummy. Okay, let's test, and then we're gonna press the Sinister Strike and gonna watch out for the buff that we want to track below our hero. Well, it's called Night of the Eclipse, and we have to put it like it stands there into this bar here. Okay, so we're gonna put Night of the Eclipse, and we're pressing simple OK, and then we got this, and this is our Night of the Eclipse proc. So basically we're gonna close it, and then we're pressing again Night of the Eclipse Strike, and you see we got the proc. And you can play around, you can build stuff around, but guys, this is the simple trick. You can do it again, you can do it also with the Lunar Knight, which is your instant Starfire. You could also do it, with the raw thing, which called there he is, Solar Knight. So simple, you just simple track your rotation out of this, and it makes your life easier. That's it. I hope you just understand what I made, and I hope it helps a little. So guys, coming now to the good part, the legendaries, the random enchants that I'm using for Night of the Eclipse. Well, Night of the Eclipse, this is the build that we're gonna build around. So basically I'm using 3 epic ones and the rest is blue. I'm not using any green ones, but starting now with the first epic one, it's the natural order. Well, the natural order will increase your arcane damage when you're dealing nature damage. Well, basically if I'm doing wrath damage, I will increase the damage of my Starfire. And then there is another random enchant which got a perfect synergy with the natural order. It's called the natural Ebor's order. Well, like you see, both got a really good synergy. The other one going to increase your nature damage, and the other one is going to increase your arcane damage. It's super effective and it fits perfect into this build, but I just focus on to have a high energy pool, a high energy regeneration pool. Well, and that's the reason why I go with Sinister Flurry. Sinister Flurry is, well, when we're dealing Sinister Strike, we can add another combo point into this and we're dealing additional damage, but I just focus on to gaining a lot more combo points so I can eviscerate, so I have a constant good damage of it. And the next one is Tides of Battle. Tides of Battle is a really cool random enchant. Well, if you use this, if you're using your Sinister Strike while you are above 90% energy, you're gonna increase your physical damage by 2%. Well, but this is not our main goal. Because we are using so fast our energy, we will always be below 90% energy. And then the regeneration will start. It will regenerate 50% faster to gain, you see, to have another Sinister Strike to make. Like, the flow and your rotation are going to be so nice and so smooth, and that's the reason why I'm going with Tides of the Battle. And I think most of the Night of the Eclipse players are going with the same re here. Then of course the next one, the blue one, I got improved Sinister Strike. Well, yeah, reduce the energy cost because we always using Sinister Strike, well, Eclipse Strike, which will make our Wrath and our Starfire be an instant cast. And this is crazy, and that's the reason why we're going with improved Sinister Strike to reduce the energy cost of our Sinister Strike by 2, and we can stack it up to 3 times, which is absolutely great. And yeah, we love it and we take it. Thank you. Next one is Moon Fury. Well, Moon Fury increased the damage for our Starfire and Moonfire and Wrath. Well, Starfire and Moonfire is here the main thing by 2%, and we can stack it up through 3 times. Well, 6%, and I don't have to tell you guys why I took this. Well, I think it's clear, and there are not really good reasons for that, or better reasons than Moon Fury. Then I have one time Nature Majestic. Well, increase the critical strike rating for Wrath and our Starfire. Well, this build is really crit related, so you have to have a lot of crit. Yeah, like you need a lot of crit. You need a lot of crit, and that's the reason. And if you got a lot of crit, you will deal a lot of damage. So basically, and that's the reason why I'm going with Nature Majesty. And of course, if we're playing a hybrid class, okay, we're relying on spell damage. And if you're playing a hybrid class, we have a primary stat, and our primary stat is agility. And the best thing we can get with agility is a high pool of attack power. And a high pool of attack power means we got a lot of spell damage when we are going with mental quickness. And that's the reason why I stack up 3 times mental quickness here. Well, it will increase our spell damage a lot more if we can have the random enchant here too on our gear. And then nice, the one of the interesting re's on actually Ascension. I've used this re actually also on my Wrathcat and Area 52, and it was a blast of time. Like the Wrath shooting was a lot, and this is the same here, guys. This is the same here. The random enchant called Don't Make Me Angry will increase the damage of our Wrath and the Starfire by 7% of our attack power. And well, yeah, guys, you can increase this and stack it up to 3 times, which makes it to a 21%. Wow, that's crazy. And that's the reason why I'm going with Don't Make Me Angry. I think it's a must-have in this build, and if you want to go with that too, make sure to get the build that I've made. Like, you can find the build in the info box down below, guys. So if you wanna just play it or have a little bit more fun, guys, try it. Like I said, on every build that I'm making, it's just a base build, so make it to your own style. I know this is not the best thing, but it probably can work. And I think to go as a Knight of the Eclipse build, to have a lot of regeneration, like a lot of energy regeneration, is the right way also for the future for this build. Well, guys, that's it with the video. We're done again with a great build, with a nice build. I have to move on. Well, let me know in the comment section down below, how do you feel about the re? Did you play it? Do you want to play it? Do you want to try it out? What build are you actually playing? Do you like actually the face scan that I'm using? I'm curious, okay, and I want to know this. So yeah, like I said, let me know in the comment section down below. And guys, one thing, like I said, thank you very much if you watch it until here. If you are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to press the red button under this video. And yeah, let's grow together as a fam. And I would say we're gonna see us in the next video. I have to move on with this build. I can't play it anymore. So I think the next build is going to be something like Lava Sweep. I'm curious to play it. But like I said, I really want to make a really good build where I show you the highest amount of DPS with the best in slot gear. So but yeah, I have to farm actually the gear. Yeah, and also I'm planning on doing a heavyweight build. And yeah, let's see what video I'm going to upload next. Otherwise, we're going to see us in the live stream that I'm doing. So if you want to not miss a live stream, like I said, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Guys, thanks for watching, I guess. And yeah, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful day. Wherever you are, when I see it, peace.